Hello everybody, Anthony Fantano here with a music review of the 1982 Toto record, Toto IV. This is the fourth studio album made by the California rock band Toto. The album itself has 10 tracks, giving Toto enough wiggle room to sprinkle in a little bit of something else. And going into this album, I really didn't have many high hopes of anything really being that good after their previous album, Turn Back. It wasn't good, wasn't bad, just meh, you know? Meh. But actually, listening to this album, I was very surprised by the results of it. What I get for not using a green screen. Looks better. The reason I'm reviewing Toto IV is because a certain creator on YouTube really hasn't reviewed the album. I've asked him a couple times on Twitter, maybe like once or twice, to review the album. They didn't reply, so I had to take measures into my own hands, and here we are now. The starting track, Rosanna, is probably one of the higher peaks in the album, not just produced-wise, chart-wise, actually winning a Grammy in '82 for Song of the Year. The song itself is actually really good. It does run on for a little bit more than I want it to, being almost like 6 minutes long, I think. But other than that, yeah, it's just a pretty good song, you know? The second track on this album, Make Believe, just like Rosanna, it's actually really good. I'd say it's a little better than Rosanna, mainly because of how it was produced. The vocals were intertwined with each other really well, and for the fact that it didn't go on for like 6 minutes total just because of instrumentals. There was a little solo in there, but nothing crazy. I still like the song nonetheless, yeah. I Won't Hold You Back, the third track in the album, is probably the sad boy song. It's like the Juice WRLD of the album, you know? It's just really sad. But yeah, actually, the vocals were good, the production was good. Nothing, it did come out a little glossy than you'd expect from a Toto rock album. But, I mean, they tried to go for a change and they did pretty well on it, you know? Good For You is the fourth track on the album. It reminds me a lot like Make Believe, but not as good. It was a little overproduced where it kind of just got to the point where the instrumentals were drowning out the vocals a little bit. And during the keyboard solo, there was a little bit of a in the background that just made me not enjoy it. But it's pretty good though, nonetheless. It's a Feeling is probably one of the worst songs on this album, but it's so sad because it had a really promising start with it acting like it was like a 50s song a little bit. It had something going in the beginning, but I don't know, it was just very lackluster. Just nothing really interesting happened. And that's why it's probably the worst song on here, because you could tell the song just wasn't going well for them. They just couldn't like go with the vibe of the song. They were just trying to milk it out so they could get 10 tracks on this album. Afraid of Love is basically just It's a Feeling, but a little bit better because of how like the producing and the vocals kind of went together, and the fact that it had a little more of a catchy rhythm to it. Next track is Lovers in the Night. This song is actually not that bad. When you're listening to the vocals, you hear that echo effect, and it's just unnecessary. It would probably have been like 4 times better if you didn't have that in there. It just sounds like you're auto-tuning incorrectly, you know? But other than that, this track's not the worst. The vocals are good. The lyrics are a little weird. Other than that, it's perfectly fine. Waiting for Your Love and We Made It are kind of the same song in a bit, with the same tempo, the same upbeat going song. Makes you want to get up. Waiting for Your Love is a little bit more because it makes you want to listen to it again. It has that much of a catchy beat to it. Meanwhile, We Made It is kind of just, you hear it and you're like, you're just glad the song's over, kind of. You're like, you don't want to go back and listen to it again, and you're just like, yeah, what's next? Sheck West, heck yes. But both these songs are pretty promising. Nothing wrong with them, produce-wise, vocal-wise, anything. And the last track on this album, track number 10, is the one, the only, Africa by Toto. If you do not know this song, you've clearly never seen a meme or just anything in modern pop culture in your life. This song is everywhere. It was on Stranger Things. Weezer covered it just because a Twitter account was like, haha, it'd be funny if Weezer covered Africa, right? And then they actually did it. Pitbull sampled it for the Aquaman soundtrack. Don't listen to it, it's not good. Africa is also one of the songs that's just a living meme. Like it's probably one of the biggest song memes in the meme industry, if you say that. As you know, I am pretty hip and down with the memes. The reason it became a meme is kind of just unknown. It's kind of like how anything becomes a meme. It's just really unexplained, like the Bermuda Triangle, or how like McDonald's ice cream machines never work. And all the praise it gets, Africa does deserve all this praise, because it's probably the best song on this album. Probably Toto's best song, to be honest, with it just being completely different. The vocals were good between Pika and Williams. Other than that, yeah, Toto just did a really good job on that song. Just with the lyrics and everything. You always want to go back and listen to it. I'd say this Toto album is a strong 7 to a light 8. Transition. Tell me what you felt about this album. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And if you haven't yet, give the album a listen. I really recommend it. But other than that, yeah, just stay toasty.